So, seeing that everyone's been putting a nice, loving photographs of their pints, favourite pints, and beers, bitters been on display on the bar when they've been doing the walks on the ridgeways and stopping off at various pubs on the way, I thought I'd show you this, right? So this is one key of frozen nettle puree that I made earlier. If you put too much water in, it ends up filling more than one container. So if you can blend it into a puree without putting too much water in, the better, but it might end up taking more space and making more keys. So I usually cut it into separate pieces. So when there's a whole 300 grams of nettle in one, then you want like 300 grams of nettle, and then you want 300 grams of your broccoli puree, which I've actually, you can either grate it or you can cook it, whatever. And then there's 300 grams of nettle, which is in a puree, but I haven't frozen, I've just made it now. So you can save these, you can save some of this for another day if you want. So basically, your key of nettle puree can be split, and if you want to use some of it, you can put it back in the freezer. So once it's in smaller bits, it doesn't take long to melt and starts breaking up quite quick. In fact, as soon as you get it out of the fridge, as soon as you take it out of the container, it starts melting straight away. So I think I'll save that. So these ice cubes don't take long to start softening up. Now, it is a strong flavour, nettle, when it's really intense. When you're just having some leaves on a salad or making some nettle crisps or anything, it does taste more towards the pea flavour. But when you concentrate it like anything, it gets really strong. And because it hasn't got sugar in it like broccoli, because you add in more and more sugar when you get more and more broccoli, it gets sweeter and sweeter. So you want to get the broccoli, and then, but there's a lot there. It's going to be difficult to make the flavour decent, but really this is the amount. This is what fills you up. If you get the calculator out and calculate all the vitamins and minerals that you're supposed to have in a day that they recommend, it is impossible to do it. If you're going to be using turnips, potatoes, pumpkins, Swedes, all that starchy stuff, because by the time you've got up to what you need in a day, your calories have gone through the roof. It's just too many calories, too many sugars, too many carbs, right? When you start getting onto the leaves, it's and the thing is, you're really going to be filling yourself up as well. Now it's mainly water because it's expanded a lot of it, but really there's about, in a day's worth of food, it's about the Chinese container full when it's not all expanded with water. And then you want to be eating this like 2 or 3 times a day. I mean, because then you're filling yourself up and you're not going to be hungry again. I mean, and then if you want some protein, have some meat or whatever, or some nuts, because you get your omega-3s from nuts, and I had some snails the other day, some snails, things like that, small animals. Although it is kind of sad still. I still like move snails out of the way. I don't like treading on snails. Right, so there we've got the nettle and the broccoli all mixed in. We've got this lovely different green mix. It looks like pesto. And then if there's any ice cube hard bits in there, just like kind of press it in. And then we want to get, there's actually too much liquid in this. Really bright green, fresh spinach. I mean, this is, now the spinach tastes so zingy and fresh when you puree it. Actually, the best smoothie I think for zing is cucumber, lettuce and spinach. If you have a cucumber, lettuce and spinach smoothie, but the cucumber and lettuce are more just for nice fresh zingy flavour, they don't really have as much. Right, now you're getting, this now is what a living animal creature of our size should be eating in its tummy. That is going to feed all your gut flora. It's going to help build your testosterone to make your muscles grow stronger without taking any steroids, because the nettles do that. The nettles calcium is counteracting oxalates, and the broccoli is got some sugar in it and adding some flavour, because the broccoli is not as strong as the leaves in nutrients, but the broccoli balances it. The broccoli is actually the thing that's making it, because usually you eat these a leaf at a time. If you actually just graze on the leaves all through the day, then you're right, but people don't want to do that. Now, I actually don't recommend doing this. If you can just put some spices in it and make it edible, then that's good. But if you're struggling making it taste nice, you want to get something like this. But this is going to defeat the object of getting all your nutrients and vitamins and minerals without getting calories in there. But if you're just going to get into it, to get yourself into it, you've got to have a way in. Now, these are quite moist. There are some rices you can get that are not moist at all, and they don't mix in very well. I don't think the flavour comes out. I had a pilu one which was really cool. Now, if you want to go down to the Indian curry, and like your Indian restaurant, and get a curry and then mix that in, do that. You might only have to use half of the curry and then use the other half another day, because we're nowhere near as much as that spinach. If you get spinach curry, I can guarantee you that. So this is only really for people who don't like the taste of it, because this now is going to get loads of flavour in there. But I wouldn't. Nettles have got so much fibre in them that you don't need the fibre from this rice at all, and it's just more energy when you're getting all different mixes of proteins from the different leaves together, and you are getting 30 grams of protein, half of what you need in a day. So, apparently Gordon Ramsay was saying that the English snails are actually sweeter and taste nicer than the French snails. I don't like treading on them, but I mean, if you're going to eat them for food, it's better than them getting squished by a car or something, I suppose. Now, really, this is not all of it. And this is like one, that's going to fill you up, and then you're not going to be wanting to snack on donuts, you're not going to want to snack on cakes, you're not going to be wanting to snack on buns. So, this was picked from the side of my walk. I picked this and foraged this. So, if you want to criticise it, then criticise pictures of pints sat on the bar when people are doing the rounds from the Ridgeway to their favourite pubs, which many people are actually posting in the group. fresh from the Ridgeway. That's what it is. Fresh from the Ridgeway. Fruits of the Ridgeway. You see, that is now got a nice lime and a bit spicy flavour. But you can eat it. It's like, it doesn't taste any different to soup, but you're not picking it up with a spoon and sipping it. I mean, that's got chili con carne with a smack of jalapeno peppers in. But really, this is still not all of the plant material. I've still got quite a bit left. I've still got that in there. This is really for one person. So, you know, there's another sitting left yet. But this will fill your tummy up. And then you can eat it and not complain that it doesn't taste nice. It does not taste gross. But I don't really want to be eating all this rice at all. I mean, we need another 30 grams of protein, so if you want to stick some chicken in it, or if you want to stick some snails in it, or if you want to stick some meat in it, or whatever, you know, if you want to put some salmon in it, or grated Parmesan cheese, or grated, if you put that grated Parmesan in there, that would taste amazing. Or any grated cheese, strong cheese would melt into it, amazing. What else? So it's just many people, you know, people are saying, you know, have a snack, I'm hungry, but this is how you get filled up with the right stuff. Otherwise, you're just putting in stuff that you don't want to be putting inside you. So that's that.